Hello, we're going to make a video, and this video will demonstrate how you can get the environment setup script to run the Cadence Virtuoso product. Set up your environment to run Virtuoso, and then start the Cadence Virtuoso software. Okay, so what I've done is I've logged in with X2Go. There's different ways you can log in to get to the machine that you're going to run uh, your the Cadence application from. Um, so I'm in the basic X2Go screen, and this would be somewhat similar to if you're using another method of accessing and you're on your PC, because on the X2Go machine itself, it's a gateway machine, and I can't run Cadence from here. But what I can do from here is I'm going to go and get a web page to show what machine that I want to go to. So here I've brought up a web page. So what you want to do to find the machines that you can run Cadence on is you're going to go to ECE361.cc.lehigh.edu. I have to spell Lehigh right. There we go. .edu. And after I come into this website, if I go to the Computing tab and click Teaching Lab Linux Platform, this is going to show me the machines that are available on the ECE Teaching Lab Linux platform. Now, the machines that as of February 5th, 2020, and the spring 2020 semester, the machines that Cadence will run on are the machines that are running CentOS 6. Excuse me. This is set up to run the Cadence along with the North Carolina State University Cadence Design Kit. And it's kind of hard to read that. I can make that a little bit bigger. You'll see that these machines have their names are the last names of retired faculty. So these are you're going to choose the name of one of these machines to log into to do your work. I'm going to pick BOLA just because top of the list, no specific significance. So what I now need to do is I need to open a terminal, and one way I can do that here is go to Applications, System Tools, and I can come down here and hit Terminal. I like this GNOME terminal. There are other terminals you can use. Now, if you're at home, if you're using a different application to connect to the machine, you can just when you log in, you're going to get a $sign prompt most likely. Okay, so I'm going to make the text a little bit bigger by holding down my Control Shift and hit the plus key. Again, this is a GNOME terminal feature. And I'm going to connect over to that machine BOLA. So I'll type SSH. Oops, H. I have to use a dash capital X, so it forwards X back to my machine. And what that means is it will send the graphics back to this X2Go server so I can see these screens when they're displayed. And then a dash little L, which means the next thing I'm going to put in is going to be my user ID. I have a user ID called ECE Demo. Your user ID will probably resemble your university user ID. And then I'm going to type in bola.cc.lehigh.edu. Okay, and I'll hit return. And okay, so the machine has been updated since I logged in last time here from here. So the server's been updated, so there's a mismatch, and I'm going to just go ahead and fix that real quick. So I'll get rid of that public half of the key there, and we'll try that again. Now you shouldn't see this error. If you do, you know how to fix it now. So I'm going to SSH dash capital X dash little l, my user ID ECE demo, and then the machine name bolo.cc.lehigh.edu. And it's first time going in to this machine since it's been redone. You may get this first time going in, or you should get this if it's your first time going into this machine. It wants to give you the public half of the encryption key. And so you'll go ahead and type yes. And you won't see this when you log in next time. You won't see that message because once it has a public half of the encryption key, it knows to sync things up. And if things don't match, you see that message I got initially. Okay, so now I'm going to put in my password. Okay, and just to make things a little fresher, I'm going to type the word clear, and that's going to get rid of all of my text. Okay, so now I've logged into the ECE demo ID, and I'll type ls to see the directories that are there. Now I want to make a directory called scripts, and this is just a directory that's going to hold a script that I'm going to run, an environmental script that I'm going to source, I should say, in order to set up the environment. So to make a directory, I'll type mkdir space scripts and enter. And now if I type ls, I'll see that there's a scripts directory there. Also, for informational purposes, I'm going to type pwd, and you can see that I'm in my home directory, and that's where you'll be when you initially log in. So /home/ECE demo is my home directory. Okay, now that we've made a directory to hold our environmental script, we need to go get it. And a lot of things you're doing here is you're only going to do on the initial setup. Next time you log in, a lot of these steps you don't have to do. So what I am going to do is I'm going to do a change directory, and that's a CD, and then I'm going to type /apps/scripts, hit enter, and just for informational purposes I'll type ls, and you can see that there's a number of applications that are under this scripts directory. If I type pwd, not surprisingly, I'm at the /apps/scripts directory. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to type Cadence, change directory into Cadence, and I'll type pwd. You can see we're in the Cadence directory now. Type ls, and you can see that in the Cadence directory there's a number of applications, and one of the application that we're going to go to is the integrated circuit version 616, and that's ECE361. So we'll do a change directory into ECE361 and do an ls. Okay, good. Now what we want to do is we want to copy a script to our home directory, and the way we do that is we'll type cp, that's the copy command, and then ECE361-64, and I hit my tab key there, and it automatically types it out. So 64-bit ver01.scr space $, and just follow along with me and I'll explain it in a second. $, and then capital HOME, all capital letters, /scripts. That $, capital H, capital O, capital M, capital E translates to your home directory, and that's easier than me trying to say type in /home/ and then whatever your home directory is, because everybody has a different home directory. So then go ahead and hit enter. Okay, so that should copy the script we need over into that scripts directory that you made earlier in this video. So now what we're going to do is we're going to type cd and then enter. and after we do that we'll type pwd, and you can see that if you just type this, the cd, the change directory command, and hit enter, it automatically puts you back into your home directory. Okay, and here we can type ls and we see the scripts directory is there. So we're going to do a change directory into scripts, type ls, and you can see that file that we copied is in the scripts directory. So we aren't actually running this. What we're doing is we're sourcing it. It's called sourcing. And so when we source it, what we do is we bring in all of the environmental variables that are assigned back into our current active running bash shell. The way you would do that is you would type source and then IC, and again we have something called auto completion. Once you type IC, you can just hit your tab key and it will automatically type out the name for you. Okay, and then hit enter. You could do that right now if you want. What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to hit Control C to not run that command, and I'm going to type change directory space dot dot and hit enter, and again type pwd, and you can see I'm in my home directory. So I'm actually going to type another way you can run this. Again, you have to type source, and then I can do it using a relative path name, and I'll type scripts and then IC 616-64-64-bit-version01 scripts. So here I'm going to run the source command from here. You could have gone into the scripts directory and directly run it against the file. I'm just using the relative path. It's no big difference no matter which way you do it. I just wanted to show you the two ways to do it. Okay, so what I can do now is I can hit enter, and what you're going to see when you run this is you're going to see a whole bunch of stuff come out, and these are load modules, and the script actually will show that load modules are reconciled. It's a good it's a troubleshooting tool, more or less. If for some reason your Cadence not running, one of the first things that I will do, and you can take a look at, is see if any of those load modules come back and have the word unknown instead of a load module found type of thing. Okay, so now the next thing we can do is run the program that you're going to be using, and the program is called Virtuoso, and Virtuoso. Now I could just hit enter here, and if I do that, what happens is Virtuoso will run, but I won't be able to get back to this $ prompt here to run another command. So what I can do is I'll put a type of space there and then put an ampersand, and then if I hit enter, Virtuoso should run and everything looks good. Okay, so here Virtuoso has run, and that's how you start Virtuoso from the source, using the source name. So anyways, that's how you get Virtuoso started, and I hope that was helpful, and you'll get another if you're in the ECE361 course, there's another video here to follow that will show you how to get there'll be another video to follow to show you how to run Virtuoso with the North Carolina State University Cadence Design Kit. Okay, thanks for listening. I hope this was helpful.